All right, ladies and gentlemen, the snow has passed. The rumbling is over. The controversy has been
conversed.
It's been contained. It's been situated. We are officially beginning episode 34 of the Wrestling Rundown with the Raw review that was the announcement coming out of the Royal Rumble. We had the controversy that most of us assumed was Roman Reigns winning, and then we had WWE spin on it. So let's go ahead and run through the matches real quick that we had on this week's Raw. We had Big Show defeat Roman Reigns. We had The Ascension defeat Dust to Dust. Ryback defeated Luke Harper. Cesaro defeated Jimmy Uso. Bray Wyatt defeated Dolph Ziggler. Paige defeated Alicia Fox. Sin Cara defeated The Miz. And I forgot that banana. I forgot that other match had happened. And then Daniel Bryan defeated Seth Rollins in our main event. So,
I technically still count it as a win for Rusev.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We'll get into that. So we opened up with Triple H and Stephanie coming out, and
There was a thing.
This was what everyone was wondering what was going to happen. This was announced by Triple H last week on SmackDown that he was going to make an announcement that would
shake the foundation of everything
of the WWE universe.
He brought the earthquake back.
It was pretty much.
Well, first off, I laughed because they tried to make the comparison of the Super Bowl to the Royal Rumble.
Yes.
Saying that it was mired in controversy, and despite the fact that not everyone liked who won, they're still the winners anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very much, regardless of what happened, the Patriots still won the Super Bowl, and regardless of what happened, Roman Reigns still won the Royal Rumble. Then they kind of get into what they considered the controversy was that The Rock came down before the Rumble had actually ended and helped Roman Reigns fend off
two guys who were already eliminated.
Big Show and Kane, and that allowed Roman to,
allowed Roman to spear Rusev.
Yeah.
In some backwards way.
Well, no, what it was what I'm assuming, because they wanted, based on what happens later in the show, they wanted Seth Rollins in that main event. Seth Rollins didn't get the championship earlier in the show, so what they were doing, they were trying to eliminate their problem, which is Roman Reigns, by having Big Show and Kane go back in there, destroy Roman Reigns, which would allow Rusev to eliminate Roman Reigns. They could have dealt with Rusev easier than Roman Reigns because they kind of have a working relationship with Rusev due to past storylines.
Yeah.
So Rock comes down, saves Roman Reigns wins the Royal Rumble. So now everyone's wondering, okay, well, does Roman Reigns actually deserve to go to WrestleMania because he, did he win the Royal Rumble fairly? And this brings Roman down.
Yeah, well, Stephanie actually starts to pull the crowd. Do you guys think Roman Reigns deserves to be the main event at WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar? And before the crowd could react, have their moment of yes or no, Roman Reigns' music hits.
Yeah. And Roman Reigns isn't happy that what he feels is his deserved spot is being...
Question.
It's being brought into question. And... he's sitting there going, are you saying that, you're saying that I don't deserve to go to the Royal Rumble because, something happened. It's like, are you saying someone else deserves it? And then this brings Daniel Bryan out. Daniel Bryan bringing up the obvious thing that everyone's been saying is he never lost the championship. And Triple H goes, you're right. Brock Lesnar never beat you, but we didn't take the title away from you. You had to give it up because you couldn't fulfill your contracted obligations.
But you guys did promise him a rematch.
When?
When they took the title from him. They said, you can get a rematch when you come back.
I don't remember them saying that. Do you remember them saying that?
Dude, I don't remember 3 weeks ago.
Good answer. all this talk brings Seth Rollins
But I remember
down.
all 30 guys in the 1997 Royal Rumble.
Your wrestling knowledge is...
That's why you can't remember 3 weeks ago.
He reserves a specific spot for the 30 guys in that particular Royal Rumble, so he can't remember 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
It's like a Pokemon learning a new move. He goes, no, I don't want to learn anything new. I still have all 30 Rumble entrants.
Banana.
So Seth Rollins comes down and says, I don't think either of you really deserve to go to WrestleMania. I'm the only one out of the three of us that has actually faced off against Brock Lesnar. I'm the only one that's actually went toe-to-toe with the Beast. I'm the only one that's actually hurt Brock Lesnar.
I'm the only one who's actually lost to Brock. Oh, wait, shit.
Yeah, that's
Don't
my
bring
favorite
that
part
up.
of the whole thing, is the idea is like, yeah, I deserve to fight him because last time I fought him, I didn't win. It was a triple threat match, and I was the guy who got pinned.
I feel like had he not got pinned, he would have so much more ground to stand on.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure right now the ground that he has to stand on is the fact that he wasn't in a one-on-one match with Brock Lesnar. He didn't get a chance.
Right now, the ground he has to stand on is that the Authority's trying to push him to the belt. He could say fucking anything, and the Authority's still trying to push him to the belt. So he could be like, I deserve it because fuck you guys.
So yeah, this all...
I'm the only guy on the roster with 2 colors of hair.
That's when Jeff Hardy makes his return with his old rainbow
Like,
hair.
yeah, 6 colors of hair.
Yeah.
It's like, 1 up, you bitch.
1. 5 up.
He doesn't know how to count.
Oh, all the numbers are blocked by those
Yeah.
Rumble entrants.
He can count to 30 fine, but he doesn't actually understand the in-between.
Adding
steps.
and subtracting.
Oh, gotcha. Well, anyway,
This ones.
this all boils down to Triple H going, okay, we have a situation here. We have 3 guys that think they deserve to be in the main event of WrestleMania, due to different situations. So here's what we're going to do. The main event tonight will be Daniel Bryan versus Seth Rollins. The winner of that match will go on to Fastlane to face Roman Reigns. The winner of that match goes on to WrestleMania to face Brock Lesnar for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Roman is not cool with his idea.
Well, no, I mean...
Right off the bat.
Yeah, he won the Royal Rumble. He's like, no, this is bullshit. I won the
He
Royal
didn't
Rumble.
actually say that.
In his mind, he did. I'm sure he did.
Yeah, probably.
He said, I won the Royal Rumble. That makes the main event spot mine. No one else should get that shot. But then everyone kind of goads him into going, all right, fine. We'll do that. So Seth Rollins and Daniel Bryan are going to Raw's main event to determine who faces Roman Reigns at Fastlane.
So main event to see who's going to be in the main event to see who's going to be in the main event.
Yep.
But Roman Reigns shouldn't go.
Mainception.
But Roman Reigns shouldn't go anywhere because he gets to face Big Show again.
What? Are you telling me that they came up with a completely original idea of having Roman Reigns in the ring during the opening segment, followed by him immediately facing the Big Show?
Immediately when Triple H said, "Don't go anywhere, big man. You have stuff to do," I'm like, "Please don't bring out Big Show." And then Big Show's music fucking started, and I was
It should have been Curtis Axel.
By the way,
we'll get to Curtis Axel.
They cut to a commercial as Seth Rollins was coming out to the ring.
Oh, that's
And Rollins even made a comment about it. It's like, yeah, live TV, right?
live TV, huh? Big Show Roman Reigns was very short, but it was good. There was a lot of outside interference from J&J, both kind of trying to distract Roman. But ultimately, what led to Roman's downfall was a kidney shot with the Money in the Bank briefcase, and then Big Show spearing him.
Chokeslammed him.
Oh, that's
Yeah, the spear would come later.
Oh, that's right.
Well, Big Show speared Roman Reigns early in their match.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm saying the
Yeah.
big finishing spear.
So yeah, I mean, Roman was able to get his stuff in, but it was a solid screw job. Like usually everything just kind of seems like, oh well, that. No.
I like it
That
because
was
it
the
wasn't
thing.
a disqualification.
Yeah, there was Roman Reigns lost, but you still made it so okay. Obviously, the numbers were against him. You didn't have to have a disqualification. Then I was like, oh, the Authority's trying to screw him over. Yeah. You had a fucking a finale to the match. Thank you. We
You had a
appreciate that.
fucking.
Yep.
They might have.
You know.
We'd actually go to the locker room after this, and we'd have Triple H and Stephanie talking about how their whole...
I think this was the office. Not the locker room.
It's back with the locker room. It's... Okay, the Authority's office. They're talking about how the whole opening segment was simply to manipulate their way and get Seth Rollins into the main event of WrestleMania.
They specifically mentioned the fact that contractually they cannot take Roman Reigns' spot.
Triple H is like, I don't even think people realize we can't legally do that.
Yeah, they cannot
Straight up.
They cannot strip him of his title match at WrestleMania because he's the winner of the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
So technically, that's the whole reason why they had Triple H and Stephanie and Seth Rollins all out there trying to coax Roman Reigns into saying that he accepts the challenge.
Because
having Daniel Bryan out there helped too,
Yeah.
even though probably
Yeah, they were giving Roman Reigns Cokes until he accepted the challenge.
they're like, we'll give you 4 20-ounce Coca-Colas. And he was like, all right, I'll do it. Do I get to punch the Cokes?
Speaking
I'd like to
of
see that actually.
Speaking of the Royal Rumble and main event spots at WrestleMania, there's a certain someone who felt they were screwed at the Royal Rumble. A lot of people have said that this person was screwed at the Royal Rumble.
Butler Ray Dudley.
No.
No?
No. Curtis Axel would make it. He didn't even...
Eric Rowan.
I just said Curtis Axel.
Curtis Axel.
Yes!
Yes!
Thank you, Kevin.
First try.
Good job.
Sweet.
Remember all those 30 entrants still?
Podcast.
Banana!
This is the episode of the Rundown where we shout random words at certain times.
Loud noise!
Finger blaster.
Alright.
You never played Spaceman when you were a kid?
I don't even know what that is.
It's when you're a spaceman.
Yeah.
With your imagination. Spaceman.
No, I was Zorro when I was a kid.
Alright. Okay, so Curtis Axel comes out and he decides he's going to cut a promo
in space.
demanding justice. He demands justice. He wants something to happen to make him in the main event at WrestleMania. He is an idiot because he says he wants to fight Brock Lesnar.
He tries to get his moment by standing on the ropes and pointing at the
He tries to do the WrestleMania, the Royal Rumble ending.
But there were no fireworks this time.
And as soon as he's done, Dean Ambrose comes out and throws him over the top rope.
And goes, hey, look, now you've been eliminated.
And he decides, Dean Ambrose, this is now, decides he's going to challenge Bad News Barrett for the Intercontinental Championship at Fastlane. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Fastlane. Fastlane.
Which makes sense because 2 weeks...
Elimination Chamber. Junior.
Okay. Yeah, this is all because 2 weeks ago, Dean Ambrose beat Bad News Barrett, pinned him 1, 2, 3, and that would
put him in line.
Put him in contention
He
for
says
the Intercontinental
he said
title.
in line.
Yeah. So he officially challenges him to a match at Fastlane. Curtis Axel would then try and return
He wanted
the
to eliminate Dean Ambrose. Didn't work.
No, Dean Ambrose.
Springy clothesline, my Bob.
Yeah, Dean Ambrose left him laying.
Dirty deed.
We also would find out later on Twitter that Bad News Barrett has declined that challenge from Dean Ambrose. He says that Dean Ambrose can saw it off, and you don't challenge a champion the caliber of Bad News Barrett. So, no Intercontinental title match at Fastlane.
Not yet.
Yet.
Yeah.
Then we would have
I hope that someone else gets an Intercontinental title shot on like Raw or SmackDown, and Dean Ambrose like just like as they're coming to the ring, just like cuts them off. He's like, "No, I'm in line."
he should attack the person and go, "Well, this worked for Eric Rowan."
And it should be Curtis Axel.
Yeah, he just tries to throw himself into the United States title match with John Cena and Rusev.
I'm so excited that that's what that match is for. We had a rematch from last week's SmackDown. We had the Ascension taking on Dust to Dust. Stardust started the match, got thrown around a little bit. Goldust ends up getting in and has no fucks for the Ascension. He is just
I'm all out of fucks today.
just no fucks given for the Ascension.
He said somebody gave me a fuck, but I returned it for store credit.
Yeah. Goldust actually takes it to the Ascension for
Came
a
here.
little while. This was
came here to give fucks and kick ass, and I'm all out of fucks.
Yeah. So he kicked ass until the Ascension used the numbers game. I think Victor hit him with a chop block that kind of took his knee out from under him, which set them up for the Fall of Man, and Dust to Dust lose. Goldust is sitting in the middle of the ring as the Ascension walk away, and Stardust is yelling at him like, "What are you doing? You can't come out here, like, you need to have your head on straight. What's wrong with you?"
The big picture that you forgot to mention was that during the match, after Stardust got knocked out by Victor's STO, Goldust actually got in the ring and drug Stardust over to make a tag. So it was a tag that Stardust wasn't actually in the know about, which is why he was mad.
See, and I didn't even register that as like a... I didn't register that as an issue. I was like, that's actually smart.
It is smart,
Yeah.
The fact that Stardust got hit with an STO, I was like, he needs to tag the fuck out. But yeah, so we come back from commercial, and Stardust is pacing back and forth. He's talking to himself, and he's just...
backstage now.
Yeah.
Not in the ring.
Did I say the ring?
No, you said back from commercial.
You didn't specify where.
Okay,
You
whatever.
specify.
Whatever.
Whatever.
He's talking to himself.
Kevin, whatever.
Goldust comes up and says,
Stardust,
Stardust, what happened out there? Like, what's going on? What's wrong? He's trying to get his attention. And he says Stardust twice, and he doesn't react. And then he yells, "Cody!" And Stardust stops and says, "Don't you ever call me Cody again." Hisses at him and then walks away.
And
then Cody comes from the other side, and he's like, "What the fuck's wrong with Stardust?"
That would have boggled my mind.
yeah, this brings me back to the Tropic Thunder movie.
I'm a dude playing a dude.
No,
Oh,
I think
Never go full Stardust.
yeah, Cody's finally gone full Stardust,
Yeah.
and you never go full Stardust.
Because then things like this happen.
Though, to be fair, I think he started full Stardust. Like, what's the first time he was Stardust?
Yeah, he was like full Stardust from the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any going back. Alright, so then we have John Cena. This was touted as John Cena welcoming back Team Not Fired Anymore back to Monday Night Raw. This is the first time they've been on Raw since they got fired.
So Cena comes out and decides to make a promo all about himself
Yes.
for the first 75% of it.
Yeah, he does.
Saying things like, "Oh, well, guess what? I'm not the past. I was in the past, but I'm also still the present." And Seth Rollins isn't the present yet because he's the future. And
This is hurting my head.
I know. Small
You
point.
guys gotta watch more time travel shows.
Yeah. But yeah, basically Cena's like, "Hey, I don't care what Triple H and the Authority and Seth Rollins and anybody else have to say about it. I'm still here, and even though they're gonna try and take me out." And then he brings up like they have the whole NXT roster of people trying to come take my spot.
When has anyone in NXT said, "I'm going to take John Cena's spot"?
Not
John Cena's getting paranoid.
Yeah.
I think so.
He's getting old and paranoid.
Wouldn't that be great if that's just where they go with his character?
He needs to team up with fucking R-Truth, and they need to be Team Conspiracy.
So I think John Cena is gonna do what anybody should do when they think that they need to be more prominent on the Raw and SmackDown, and that's try and win the United States Championship at the next pay-per-view.
The fact that this match is for the United States Championship is so funny to me.
I love it.
And I am so hoping that John Cena for a third time wins the United States title.
Yeah.
I'm hoping when we go to WrestleMania that John Cena is wearing the championship belt that he won
11 years ago.
11 years ago at WrestleMania.
Oh, that's so much fun.
I doubt he will. My prediction is Rusev's going to win this first match.
My
you think they're going to rematch it?
Yeah, my prediction is that they're gonna rematch it and he's gonna win the U.S. title at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Making it an 11-year repeat.
This would be hilarious.
The world's longest wait between reruns.
Can he knock out Rusev with a word life knuckle?
I hope they recreate that finish actually. Now at this point.
Oh,
I want them to also, when he does the FU to Rusev, they make a huge deal about it like they do when he does it to Big Show.
That's close to 300 pounds.
Cena's gonna slim down for the match so he looks more like he did going against Big Show.
Please.
But then finally he gets around mentioning,
by the way, I'm out here to talk about somebody, not myself.
Yeah,
these guys.
He makes them play the clip of him beating Seth Rollins.
Making him more about himself, but by the way, Sting helped me.
Oh fuck, I gotta talk about these guys. Oh, look at me.
And then
Sting.
He's like, alright, let's welcome these guys out. And they all come out to Ryback's music.
Yeah. Ziggler and Rowan had no say in the matter at all.
And everyone's all happy and yada yada yada. And then
they don't get
you got matches.
Yeah, Stephanie comes on. She's like, I'm gonna put you in matches because like Ziggler was like, oh yeah, we're happy to be back and blah blah blah. And Stephanie's like, wait, you don't fight your own battles. John Cena fought your battles for you.
Yeah.
Ziggler.
Yeah, and since you decided to mouth off, first off, I'm gonna put you in a match for later night, and you're gonna go against Bray Wyatt. And then for Eric Rowan, you're going to go against someone that John Cena's going to get to know very well very soon, Rusev. And Ryback, you get to go against Luke Harper, which would actually be our next match.
She said that Ryback was going to choke and gag on Luke Harper.
Yeah.
That's awkward.
And, like, when Luke Harper comes out, it, like, flashes over to, like, Ryback, and he's, like, looking at Ziggler, and he goes, oh, okay. Like... Ryback don't give a fuck. He's gonna fight Luke Harper. So yeah, Luke Harper, Ryback, fucking just brutal match. Like they beat the fuck out of each other.
Yeah, as happens in matches with these guys.
Luke Harper starts off with a big old suplex, immediately taking it to Ryback. They're just clotheslining the hell out of each other. Fucking Luke Harper throwing his drop kick right in Ryback's face. Yeah, it was a bust-ass match. Ryback ends up getting the win, which is cool for him. I'm wondering where the three of these guys are going from here. Like...
WrestleMania 6-man tag against the New Age Outlaws and X-Pac.
Oh, no.
We're finally going to get the Tornado Tag Elimination Chamber at Fastlane that they have in the game.
Oh.
I'm so pulling for a fucking Elimination Chamber at Fastlane. That would be the funniest thing in the world to me.
It would be pretty funny. Like, we're gonna change it. We're gonna change up the show because we can't put an Elimination Chamber there. But guess what? There's gonna be an Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, it's like they made the decision and then they got the call. By the way, you guys could put the chamber up in this arena.
It's like, fuck! We already changed the name. Thank you. Our next match, we'd have Cesaro taking on Jimmy Uso.
Awesome match.
Very...
Not too short, not too long.
Yeah, it was... it would...
And fucking European uppercut
of death. Very European uppercut. Cesaro is so freaking
That was the Europeanist uppercut he's ever done.
I think he uppercutted him to Europe.
He uppercutted the Samoan out of him.
Yeah.
Jimmy Uso is the first person on the UK tour because he's already there.
Jimmy Uso is now freaking Swedish.
Jimmy Uso is dead.
Aww.
Jimmy Uso was... He didn't actually die.
Oh.
It's
not bad.
He's still alive. He's in Europe. He's fine. He's not fine. His jaw hurts. But, Jimmy Uso is like fully in control, or so he thinks. He's going out for the Superfly Splash. All of a sudden,
minute distraction from Tyson Kidd.
Yeah,
which Jay then takes care of.
Yeah, Jay grabs Tyson.
Pendulum face plants him into the apron.
Yeah, And then Jimmy goes for the Superfly Splash, and then
Cesaro's up and uppercutting.
Yeah.
He's in full fuck off mode.
So Cesaro ends up getting the win.
Yeah, it was like if you're playing Street Fighter and you're playing with your friend and they had the fucking cheap ass controller that had the turbo button and they just like press that and their guy went like 5 times as fast as your guy.
Yep.
Fuck you if you had that control.
Never did.
Jay gets in to check on Jimmy and gets fucking kicked in the face by Tyson Kidd.
Cheap shot.
And so the Masters take off with Natty, the Usos, and Naomi are in the ring. They're all...
Natty should have got in and cheap shot at Naomi too.
Man, Naomi and Natty kind of like each other though. They're still cool.
I don't care.
Alright.
I'm hoping this just leads to a tag team title match at Fastlane.
Please?
Life in the Fastlane.
That is gonna be a thing.
Yep.
Then we have a backstage segment where Mizdow is getting ingredients
Mustache.
for Miz's protein shake, and one of the PAs comes up and says, "Hey, I'm really big fan.
Can I have your autograph, please?"
Me and my friends are fans." And Miz goes, "No, I'm busy right now. I have things to do. You're not getting an autograph."
Not you, Miz. Mizdow.
Miz is like, yeah, sure.
Mizdow signs it. And
By the way, Miz, what are you busy with? You're just literally standing there watching Mizdow.
I am supervising the construction of my protein shake.
God damn it, I hate
very
Miz.
important business, man.
He's number 5 on my top 5 least favorite people list.
So Miz fucking reads the riot act to Mizdow.
And then he fires him.
Yeah, fires him, but then hires him as his personal
as his
assistant.
PA.
Yeah.
I'm bringing this back to your phrase PA.
Yeah. So
Here's
now
Mrs. Paw.
So now Mizdow is not allowed to...
Mizdow's a paw, Kane's a do.
and Triple H is cool.
Don't put your paw in the dew.
Don't put your paw in the poo. Cool? Alright.
Don't never put any dew on your paw. He'd get mad.
So yeah, Mizdow is not allowed to mimic the Miz at all.
Nothing.
Can't do anything.
His first order of business is to make the protein shake that I'm pretty sure they were planning on making anyways.
So
yeah.
We'll have to see how this plays into Miz's match with Sin Cara later on in the show. But our next match is Dolph Ziggler versus Bray Wyatt.
This match was
A+.
Yeah.
So fucking good. The suplex from the hanging position on the second rope to the outside.
Yeah.
So fucking cool. Ziggler's running super kick
to the gut.
That
gut leg.
That knocked Bray Wyatt into all kinds of flipping
I'm pretty
directions.
sure Bray Wyatt didn't know what the fuck happened. He's just like, flip and sell.
I don't think either of them figured out what the move was going to be.
Ziggler
it was just like,
this.
as they were passing by each other, Bray Wyatt went, kick. And then Dolph Ziggler was like,
what?
Kick? Okay. Whoosh.
But it was cool.
It was really cool. And then the fucking Sister Abigail out of nowhere at the end.
Yeah. Fucking
so
literally out of nowhere.
So fast. Fucking Ziggler took a back bump.
Yeah.
Out of the Sister Abigail.
Ziggler, why are you so good?
Because he's Ziggler.
He's so
Ziggler,
good.
bro.
He sells a double stomp from Zach Gowen.
God damn right.
He could sell drugs to CM Punk.
I would definitely say that's match of the night.
Yeah.
Granted, the main event was good, but I don't think it was as good.
Wasn't back bump out of Sister Abigail.
Because it's true.
Yeah.
We'd have Seth Rollins go back, talk to the Authority about how,
Are you guys serious about this? No, we're not serious about this.
No, you go play. Mommy,
Go
Daddy,
leave the grown-ups alone, Seth. Go to your room, play with your toys.
Okay. But Joey won't give me my toy back. Then we had Paige versus Alicia Fox, which we actually had to go to YouTube to watch.
Yeah, that was...
Our
Fox with the camera.
Our Raw feed flipped the fuck out.
Yeah.
Sky Sports were having a problem.
Yeah. It was
That's a spoiler. We live in Canada.
Yeah.
Hey. Even though we've talked about it, we live in Oregon.
Oregon, Canada.
There's not enough people that watch the show for that continuity to stick.
I mean,
We're in Toronto.
We live in
Ottawa.
Toronto, Ottawa. Toronto, Ottawa.
I'm sticking with
Toronto, Ottawa.
Toronto, Ottawa.
Toronto, Ottawa.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with Oregon, Canada.
All right, fine. Paige ends up getting the win in this match. Out of
She reverses.
We're not sure what it was.
Essentially,
I'm
what ends up,
especially not sure because I didn't see it.
Yeah, he didn't see it.
I think Paige was supposed to counter the tilt-whirl backbreaker into a small package.
Yeah.
But I don't think it worked, and so then she just reverses
So
Alicia Fox's pin into a pin.
Before that, the high angle small package.
It was the tallest.
Yeah.
It was the biggest small package I've ever seen.
It's like
tall package.
It
Yeah,
was a tall package. That's coin that, Thomas.
that's yours now. Enjoy it.
Sweet.
So yeah, Paige ends up
Damn
getting
right.
the win. The Bellas are out of commentary, which, going back in the match, also Paige running out and yelling at the Bellas.
She didn't run out. Her and Alicia freaking.
Oh
flopped
yeah,
out
yeah,
of the ring.
they did the lockup where they rolled to the outside. She gets up and Bree's like, "What the?" And Nikki's like, "I don't give a fuck." Nikki wasn't giving a shit.
Yeah.
So
It's
after
not that abnormal.
it's true. So after Paige gets the win, Alicia attacks her and gets her into. She's got both of her arms stretched back.
Like a bow and arrow hold.
Yeah, she's got her legs in her back where she's like kind of like standing at like a 45-degree angle. The Bellas get in with what looks like spray tanner.
But on Paige, it looks like spray paint.
Yeah, it turns out black, but I've never seen spray paint come in a little silver container like it did.
Well, it's WWE. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
whatever it was, Nikki says, "Oh, we're just trying to give her a little color," because that's their whole running gag is that she's fucking pale. She looks hot. Leave her the fuck alone.
It's like they're so shocked that she's not tan, despite the fact that she's been in WWE for a while now. Like they're just now noticing.
Yeah.
They're just like, when the fuck did Sheamus get in the Divas division? Who?
Hashtag ass like Kim. Even though it was after Paige was on the main roster. So then our next match is Miz taking on Sin Cara. Mizdow is.
This wasn't a bad match.
It was. There was nothing stand out about
Yeah.
the match itself because all of our focus was on what.
Well, yeah,
Mizdow
that was the
gonna
story
do.
of the match. This match was background to what was going on with Mizdow.
But like you mentioned while we were watching it, is that this was the longest match that Sin Cara's been in on the main roster in a long time.
Yeah.
But it was all to kind of drag out the crowd really getting behind Mizdow and wanting Mizdow to do the thing.
Who he wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, he was forced to stand there for most of the match.
Every once in a while he'd start to do something.
And then Miz would catch him and tell him to stop it.
Yeah.
Which would
Miz quit being a buzzkill.
Which that would distract Miz a couple times. So Sin Cara's kind of getting a little bit of momentum every time Mizdow does something.
Miz being a bigger buzzkill than Buzz Killington.
Is that a
Bro, Family Guy season
Yeah.
1 joke. Get over it.
Yeah, I know.
thank you?
Uh,
For taking us back 14 years.
Sin Cara won with the Sinsat flip.
I thought Sin Cara 2.
Sin Cara 2 won with the
Unicorn.
Sinsat flip.
And this is after Mizdow finally jumps up on the apron, takes his sunglasses off. The crowd loses their fucking mind, and Miz goes, "No, what are you get down there now? I said you can't mimic anything I do." And then Sin Cara.
Yeah, I found out, to me, is now that it's the first time we've had a Miz match without Damien Mizdow reenacting the entire match at the same time. So I, again, started zoning out. Like I did with previous Miz
honestly,
matches.
you don't care about the Miz.
Honestly, even though he wasn't doing anything, I was mostly watching
Yeah,
Mizdow
that's true.
stand.
We were more enthralled with Mizdow standing still than we were with the Miz in the ring doing stuff.
Yeah.
And that's including Sin Cara's Mexican Angle Slam.
Yeah.
Which was
That
badass.
was awesome, though.
To be fair, the camera did go to Mizdow a lot.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it was like
this
here's Mizdow. Oh, there's a match going on.
Let's
Here's
face it.
Mizdow.
Let's face it, Damien Sandow standing still is more entertaining than The Miz in the ring.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Then we had Bray Wyatt doing a very creepy promo.
He was trying to pick up a girl in a bar, I think.
And I said one of the names he's been called is a seducer.
Also a destroyer.
And an accuser.
And he says, I've been watching you for a long time, but I am the new face of fear. And
So he's going to go against the Dungeon of Doom.
I don't think so.
Barbarian and Haku, they were the faces of fear.
He's the new face of fear. He's not faces.
Well, yeah, the faces of fear are going to take exception to this and say, no, there is two of us, and we're both going to kick your ass.
But yeah, so that then like he ends it with doing his like upside down says, come find me."
Yeah, he said, come find me like 2 or 3 times towards the end of the promo.
Yeah.
And so he's definitely calling somebody out, but he hasn't mentioned who.
No, he thought they were going to cut it each time he said it. He's like, come fight. Oh, okay.
Still going?
Say a little bit
Let's
more.
try to come again.
They're just fucking with it. Like, say it again, Bray. All right, come find me. No.
Do it
Say
upside
again.
down.
Do it upside down. Okay. Come find me. That's good.
That was the coolest way they finished a Bray Wyatt promo in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Needless to say, put your own thoughts together, put your 2 and 2 together on who Bray Wyatt is talking about. But let's add up the fact of the whole
Kevin Owens.
come find me bit with last week's I'm not afraid of anything living or dead. Dead. Owen Hart.
He's challenging the entire cast of Walking Dead.
Oh, shit. You gonna get Daryled.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt versus Norman
red-
Reedus.
That's redneck for fucked up.
So then we had what was supposed to be Rusev versus Rowan, and it just turned into Rusev destroying Rowan.
So, why is the internet not going crazy about them burying Eric Rowan?
Cause
That's not fair.
Yeah,
Shouldn't he be getting the same whining from the internet community?
he should.
No, I mean, I say that in jest. I don't dislike Eric Rowan. At the same time, he's a character that without a good direction, he gets lost in the fold too quickly.
Yeah.
So we had him not even be an active participant in the Royal Rumble, though he did come out during the Rumble. And now we get him in a match where he doesn't even get to have the match started.
And this is all after him talking to John Cena earlier in the show, saying, I'm gonna give you a gift, and that's when I go out later and I face Rusev.
Yeah, he dedicated that match to John Cena.
Well, it was
Wow.
about as much good
Fairness,
as
the
John
match
Cena did
didn't-
him.
Yeah. In fairness, the match didn't start, so he didn't get a chance to give
true.
him the gift.
Yeah. Afterwards,
Here-
Lana got in.
Well, okay,
Hot
go.
Lana.
Get you if yeah. I was gonna bring up a point as to why we're not why the internet's not freaking out about Eric Rowan.
Save that for the post show.
It's because Lana was out there?
No, because technically Rusev and Lana buried. Well, actually, technical difficulties buried Lana and Rusev's
Yeah.
whole bit. They were on this whole tirade against John Cena about how
Yeah. They made a movie trailer
Yeah.
of... I thought that was fun to watch.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty
Of
cool.
Rusev beating all the other people that he's beaten
Yeah.
so far.
it was a cool idea. I liked it.
And calling
I
out
just-
John Cena.
The narrator had a really fake Russian accent.
The,
Lana does a better fake Russian
yeah.
accent.
It's not really that fake. She's lived in Russia for a good portion of her
Yeah,
life.
but she doesn't speak with a Russian accent.
That you know of.
I've seen her.
She does a
in-
fake American accent
Yeah.
whenever she's not in WWE.
So for her all
Yeah.
career prior to the year that
Yes.
she's been in WWE.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we'll go back to during the beatdown of Eric Rowan. Rusev sets Eric Rowan up for his own version. It was his version of Roman Reigns' drop kick that he does when the person's sticking their head out of the ring.
No, we fucking sat here and both called it.
super kick. He's gonna
Yeah.
super kick because Rowan's sticking out of the ring to the outside, and he goes for the super kick, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's gonna happen!" And then the camera cuts away.
Yeah.
You can't see anything.
For some reason, they're like directly on it, and then right before it happens, they cut to like of the crowd. Real
The
fast.
camera guy fell.
So they actually had to replay it to do it. And then Rusev and Lana have their whole promo against John Cena.
There's just some asshole in this production truck.
That really
I'm
hates
just gonna
Rusev.
fuck
I-
with Rusev.
No, he wanted to just fuck with everyone. Everyone's like, all right, guys, we got the shot. Don't worry about it. He's like,
They're gonna pop for Rusev. What do we do? Switch the camera.
but no. So there was that technical fuck up, and then there was the tirade,
Yep.
which
Which would lead to what would generally be Rusev's arm-waggling celebration
Yeah.
as the Russian flag would drop behind them. Well, you heard the big boom, and the Russian flag
whoop,
had kind of a
It's very-
problem.
Like the corner.
I've seen commercials for pills that could help this out.
yeah.
The Russian flag has erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
It was only flying at half mast, if you catch my drift.
You know, there's
Just the little edge of the flag came out and made basically like a little doily
yeah.
hanging from the thing.
And it was. I do give props to Lana and Rusev though, because the crowd starts losing their mind and laughing and jeering and everything. So what do? They stamp around, they get mad and everything, and then
Rusev grabs
Rusev
the-
resorts to angry flag waving.
Yeah.
This is a
Oh.
technique we have not seen since the feud with Jack Swagger.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's been
I
a
learned this
while.
from Swagger.
So yeah,
That was good.
So good recovery by Rusev and Lana. Good job on them. All right, so now we're in the last little block here. We find out that on SmackDown we're getting Miz TV with Roman Reigns and whoever he's facing at Fastlane.
Yes.
So the winner of tonight's main event. We also have the backstage, in the locker room, the conversation between Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns fucking paranoid of Daniel
He's
Bryan.
like John Cena.
Yeah, what the fuck is with these guys being paranoid? Like,
Yeah.
the tough guys.
Yeah, they're these giant, muscly dudes that should be able to get whatever the fuck they want, and they're scared of the little guy.
Yeah.
And Daniel Bryan's like, don't worry, I'm going to beat Seth Rollins tonight, and we're going to have a match at Fastlane.
And Roman Reigns goes, "Is that a threat?" No, it's a fucking statement.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
I just would have loved if Daniel Bryan. No.
No, we're talking.
Or if he
man.
just started doing his no chant really, really loud.
No. No.
And just
and
laugh.
Roman Reigns just like, all right, fine. Let's go. Let's just talk.
He just leaves doing that, and Reigns like, oh.
That would
Okay.
have been funny if Daniel Bryan went up to him and like, what if it is? What you gonna do?
Superman punch.
My beard will absorb it.
So then we go into our main event.
Another good match.
Seth Rollins has J&J out there, like usual.
Yeah.
They wrestle around for a little bit. We come back from a commercial. Big Show's made his way down to ringside.
Yeah, I always find it really awkward when you cut to a commercial and when you come back, there's a new person at ringside.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Especially
is.
one as giant as the Big Show.
Yeah, I feel like that's something that should stay. Like that should happen on TV.
Yeah,
that should
he
make
should
you
at
wonder.
least come out and then cut to commercial.
Yeah, exactly.
And like it also throws me off that he came out and decided not to go around to the other side where J&J security were standing.
Yeah, he's standing like
Yeah.
right in the entranceway.
That does
it pans out a little bit in the end.
Yeah, we
it
did find
makes
out
sense
why.
it makes sense even from like a strategic standpoint because if Brian goes out this way, he's J got him. Goes out this way, Big Show's got him.
Yeah.
It just never happens before. That was like one of the first times it's happened. So
Yeah.
it was weird.
This match was great though.
Yeah.
These two fucking tore it down.
It was like Daniel Bryan and Seth Rollins had a match.
Yeah, it's like the
And
time
they were
that I
given
saw
time.
Bryan Danielson go against Tyler Black.
That was a really good match. I'd
Yeah.
love to see that in WWE.
Yeah.
We did kind of get a glimpse of that though. Yeah, it
Had
was.
the same kind of feel to it.
Yeah, a lot of really good spots. You still had the J&J trying to get involved. then we had Daniel Bryan was going all out on working the arm over.
Yeah.
He had the spot that you were like the kicking the arm.
The fucking
double arm suplex into the cross arm breaker.
Yeah.
Eat your heart out, Del Rio.
Yeah.
Daniel
Don't
Bryan.
do that, you'll die.
Really?
Well, sometimes you just get really hungry.
Yeah, sometimes you
You
just
have to eat your own heart.
like you can't eat another
He
person's
is-
heart because that's murder.
He is descended from Aztecs, so.
That's true.
It's the thing.
Yeah, and they did a lot of play on still, which I know we're going to get for like the next 2 years of people hitting Daniel Bryan's neck.
Yeah.
It makes sense now because he is still fresh off the injury.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a Stone Cold thing. I mean, there's like, whenever Stone Cold came back from his broken neck, that's all that people ever targeted ever again, kind of thing.
At least it's not Ryback's fucking leg scar.
Yeah. Which they dropped that one fast.
Thank God.
Like a sack of moldy tangerines.
I'm sure. Thank you, Quack. I'm sure it'll come back.
Eventually, one day. But yeah, I like another really good high spot they had was the super suplex, the back suplex.
Oh yeah.
Super back suplex.
Oh,
back
the
superplex.
fucking dive where Daniel Bryan pushed J&J
All three of them
and Seth over the table.
What? Like, Seth Rollins just like is sprawled out on the table, but both J&J just tumble backwards over the table.
If the camera would have gone over the table, you would have seen they were just spooning back there.
Oh, always. That's what they do when they're not working.
Yeah.
Spoon
behind the announce table.
Uh,
like guys, we gotta take it. We gotta get moving.
But all this interference and then the Big Show trying to interject every now and again drew the ire of Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Drew it to the direction of the Big Show very quickly.
And oh my God. If there was a spear to end all spears.
Yeah.
You know what, though? I think this is what Monty Brown wished the Pounce could have done.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even think of this as a spear. It looked like he was
It was a body attack.
He looked like a feral animal trying to murder Big Show.
Yeah.
Because he jumped up and, like, to chest level.
It's like...
And had his arms around him. And I felt like it was like a saber-toothed cat. Was like trying to eat the Big Show's face.
Javelin.
It was a pretty beastly move because, and he like after he does it, he gets up and he goes straight into the and he just looks like a fucking monster right now. He just took him out.
And then he chases Seth a little bit.
And then the referee's like watching and like trying to calm everything down, leading to Jamie Noble.
Yeah, Jamie Noble gets in the ring with a briefcase and tries to hit Daniel Bryan. Distracts the referee.
Yeah, because now all of a sudden the ref knows what's going on behind him.
Yeah.
Which like has never been a thing in the history of wrestling until just now.
Yeah. Well, Jamie Noble's loud and redneck, so he probably was like, "Hey ref, don't look."
So the ref turns around and then
I want you to do a whole segment as Jamie Noble.
Did you?
Idiot.
Then Roman Reigns kind of Superman punches Seth.
He just kind of jumps up and punches him.
He really great man punched him.
Yeah.
And
Superboy punched him.
Yeah. And Daniel Bryan kicked Jamie Noble in the head.
Yeah.
And then he gets the pin.
Yep.
Seth Rollins.
Triple H is watching, so I know some more is going to come out of this.
Yeah. Yeah, because they went to the back to have that moment of Triple H just staring at the monitor.
Yeah, which, this is all set up for Seth to get in the title match. And, Reigns cheated. Reigns cheated for Bryan.
Oh.
He did.
Yeah,
it's true.
I think
flagrant interference.
Yeah, I mean, not to say that Seth didn't cheat all up until that point, but...
So I think we can all pretty much agree we're probably going to get a triple threat for the main event of Fastlane.
Probably.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But yeah, Triple H is back there, and he talks about, Renee asked him, how do you feel now that Daniel Bryan is going to main event of Fastlane?
And he goes, I can't answer you, my wife will get jealous.
He's like, fuck you, I gotta go do a podcast.
And that's the bottom line.
And then Michael Cole talks to Daniel Bryan. And
in the ring, which is awkward. It's what women want.
Yeah.
Michael Cole. Oh, yeah. Were you just imitating yourself deep throating Michael Cole?
No, that was me throwing up.
After your gag reflex initiated from your deep throating Michael Cole. You have something to tell us?
No.
Are you sexually attracted to Michael Cole?
I would.
No.
I, for one.
No.
You scared me. I was like, what are you doing?
I, for one, would be surprised if it was physically possible to deep throat Michael Cole.
Oh, that means he counts my penis.
Like, comment, subscribe. Leave us stuff. Twitter, Facebook, emails. This was the Raw review.
Ref, don't look.
Raw, yeah, I enjoyed Raw. This was a solid episode.
I think it was a very apologetic Raw on two levels. It was.
I thought it was a liquid episode.
Thought it was a gas episode. But no, it was apologetic on two levels. It was like, hey, we know a lot of fans weren't happy with the Royal Rumble. Here you go. Also, sorry that we got snowed out last week. Here you go.
Yeah, it was definitely a step in the right direction. They're starting to, they're making sure that people are aware that, hey, we see that you didn't like the way this happened, but they're gonna go about it their own way.
Yeah.
And I thought they did a great job.
Yeah, kudos, guys. You're keeping us interested, sorta.
Yeah. So
we'll see what happens on the road to WrestleMania.
Well, first one the
fast lane.
To WrestleMania.